possible. I know wrestling's not as big as some of the other professional sports, so it's tough.
Well, we'll talk about that off the air, but go ahead, G.
So, Coach, what's next for the Bearcats?
Yeah, so we head to Mechanicsburg this weekend. We're at Messiah's Invite, tough tournament, followed up by the week after finals. We go to the Wilkes Open, where you see some of those high school phenoms and Division I, Division II, Division III, NAIA talent. And then we're going to head to the Virginia Duels after break. And I think Iowa State, Ryder, Bucknell will be there, along with a ton of other division teams. So it's a fun opportunity, because in college, other than the national duels, you don't get those opportunities to wrestle through a bracket as a team. So keeping these guys together is always our main focus, and that's what's fun, because you see the flashes and the buy-in from our program, right? So you see a guy like Chase, academic All-Americans, he does everything right. What's next for him? You see a guy like Ryan, who's come from a D1 program, super bought in to us already and what we're doing. After a match, he's the first person over talking to the guys. And again, he could have came in here, been super selfish, and, I'm going to focus on myself and winning by myself. But he's been nothing but an amazing teammate, and that's what we're super proud of, is the guys we have supporting each other and rooting for each other. Because as a coach, that's what it's all about. I can't wrestle anymore. I can't win anymore, right? So watching these guys support each other and love each other is great. So going to tournaments these next couple weeks are going to be awesome to see that.
Talk about something quirky about each of you that nobody knows about.
There's a lot with the one on the end, so.
I don't know.
He got his first buck last night.
Did you get a buck?
Second one.
Congratulations.
It was your second buck. Okay, where were you hunting at?
Up at camp. It's
That's right. Don't tell anybody where you were hunting. That's right, up at camp. Yeah. Well, hey, congratulations. How about you, Chase? What's something weird and quirky that nobody knows about you?
I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Okay. Well, did you kill a buck last night?
I did not.
He's from Carnegie. They don't have.
Yeah. Well, what did you do last night?
Last night, I watched a scary movie with some of the teammates.
Did you?
That's
What
we
scary
did.
movie? Was it a scary movie?
Yeah, Smile.
Oh, okay.
No, Smile.
Smile.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Oh, that's that
Was
one
it
that came out in the
Smile
summer.
2?
No, we're watching
the
the
first?
second one later.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, hey, that's our good friends, the Bearcats from St. Vincent College, just a few moments down the road. Gentlemen, thank you so much, and I'm
Thank
sure
you.
we'll be seeing you soon again, Matt's side. When we return, the Ligonier Valley Rams coming up next, right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
A lot of events with CSA, it's one of the things I love about this organization, and I'm just so proud of what we do in Westmoreland County, from prevention conferences, veterans conferences, youth summits. We help with national night outs. There's so many different events and things that we've pulled together that have been really cool over the years. The best thing to be involved in the county, this is it. So we have a lot of members and things of that nature, but we are looking for more people to join and be a part of the group that can really be a part of the core team and invest into the community. So.
At Marino's American Eatery, we have one focus: you. Just like home, our dining room brings the whole family to the table with a truly unique menu prepared fresh in-house. At Marino's, we know beer, with 16 beers constantly rotating on our taps. We take pride in supporting only local, independently owned craft breweries. Come experience Marino's American Eatery in Greensburg, Westmoreland County's local craft beer destination.
Alongside I am Smitty back here to our pop-up Christmas bar at Marino's American Eatery. Is action continues for the Westmoreland County Wrestling Kickoff Show. Joining us now is head coach Lenny Mulheron, his son Aiden Mulheron, and Jake Mundorf. Coach, we'll get started with you. Quick recap of last year's action there at the end of the season and how that set up some of your preseason or off-season training to get to where we are today.
Well, last year I was kind of nervous coming in as the first-year coach. Wasn't sure what our team was going to look like, how many kids were going to want to come out with a new coach, which we ended up having 15 kids on the roster, which was awesome.
Good for you.
Majority of them were first-year wrestlers, so that was great. Injuries really hurt us last year, and I would never expected so many broken bones and concussions and everything completely wiped out our roster mostly. And but we kept fighting and kept trying, and by the end of the season I thought we were catching our stride. We were improving every week, so I was happy with that. We took four to districts, so it won on to regionals from there. So
any kind of off-season program throughout the summer, preseason workouts?
Yeah, after the season, we took a couple months off, let everybody relax and
heal,
be kids and have fun. And then once the summer started, we started going into the weight room at least twice a week. And then once school started, we were going at least 3 days a week, lifting and conditioning. And then until we can get the mats out and start open gyms. And
a lot of your wrestlers play fall sports?
We have like 3 or 4 that play football, so we knew they would be lifting the whole off season. So we wanted to give the opportunity for everyone else to get some exercise. And
how's the roster looking this year as far as depth?
We got 17 on the roster right now. Right now we're still missing a heavyweight, so we're trying to.
From Ligonier.
Yeah, we're still trying.
There's one in the hallway, boys. Trust me, go find them.
But all in all, I'm happy with it.
Good deal. How about the middle school numbers, JO programs? Are we seeing some growth down there to sustain?
JO's got about around 50. 50 kids there. Our junior high program has 15 on it, so it looks like we'll be feeding up through the next couple of years. Pretty nice.
Good.
Coach, you mentioned you have 17 guys on the roster now. 5, I believe, are seniors.
Yes.
On the roster. So what's it going to take for the Rams to improve on the 13-17 record from last year and 3-3 in the section?
With the majority of the kids being their first year, last year, and then coming into this year, they're looking better. So that off-season workouts that we did with the weight room, and then got a good week of open gyms they've pretty much knocked off the rust, and they're rolling right into mid-season right now with our training and conditioning, and they're all looking really a lot better than last year.
Great.
Yeah, great. And so, Aiden, a senior this year, right? Yeah. You were down at 139 last year, 53-42 overall, 21-16 last season. You placed 5th at counties and 4th at sections. What types of things or improvements do you feel that you made in the off season that are going to help you improve on what you were able to achieve last year?
I think honestly, I'm starting to just not focus on doing so many moves and just trying to perfect a certain set of moves that I really enjoy, and my mindset. Every day I come to practice, and I might have a long day at school or something, a lot's going on. Don't like to bring that in there, I kind of just clean slate. No matter how tired I am, try to go 100%, even in drilling. Make the most out of every moment. And if my partner's getting a little sluggish, pick him back up, make him work a little harder too.
It's okay, so you gotta smack him in the head.
Yeah,
you do that to this guy all the time.
That's not true. So who would you say is the team clown in the mat room?
Big Diesel.
Diesel.
Lucas Krieger.
Big Diesel, I like it. Who is that?
Lucas Krieger.
Lucas Krieger.
Yeah, He's always just doing something. He's hilarious. He's always doing something funny.
Yeah, you need that guy in the room. Keep going. I like your line of questioning.
Yeah. So Jake. Yeah. So Jake. Yeah. Jake from State Farm. 172 last year. He does have on khakis. 172 last year, 15-22 on the season. You were 5th at sections and 8th at districts. What are some of your goals that you have coming into this season?
I definitely like to make it to states if possible. We'll see. I'd like to work a lot harder this year. I mean, I was working hard last year, but definitely not giving it my all.
Okay.
So definitely doing that, and I want to work for more takedowns.
Yeah.
I didn't get a lot last year, so.
Now, do you think having the 3-point takedown benefits your
sure.
style of wrestling? How about you, Aiden? Same?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Now, how about working maybe a little bit more on top or a little bit more feet to back?
Yeah.
You could be up 7-0 in 7 seconds.
Yeah.
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 So.
Who are some of the, and this is for both of you, but who are some of the wrestlers or just athletes in general that you look up to?
I've always been a fan of Bo Nickel. I remember when I was really
you're pretty popular here.
when I was getting into wrestling, I would see him on the TV and I'm like, wow, this guy's
You
crazy.
resemble him, you know that?
Do I?
Yes.
That's cool. Yeah.
We're going to have to blow a hole in the wall to get him out the door. How about you, Jake? Who's the guy you look
I like
up to?
Aaron Brooks a lot. Not just his wrestling, his faith too. I mean, I love him. He's a great guy.
Okay.
Now, are those, because you said Aaron Brooks and Bo Nickel, but do you kind of take some of the same approaches to either your wrestling style or your just approach to the sport that they do?
I would say not my wrestling style. I think different wrestling styles, but its approach, the heart there. I think, it's pretty equal.
Yeah, I mean, he's really good. I hope to wrestle like him, But definitely giving glory to God through all of it is something that I want to do better this year.
Jake, do you remember your first wrestling match?
Ooh. Yeah.
How old you were?
I don't 8 years ago, I think, so 8 years old.
Did you win or lose?
I won.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was it a crazy one?
It was pretty exciting. Not really, actually.
No?
Yeah.
How about you, Aiden?
Yeah, I do. I was in 7th grade. It was a home match, and I got my butt kicked. But,
Did you?
Yeah.
So, hey, you learned from it. Now you're working harder, right?
Yeah.
What's your plans after Legionnaire?
I'm on the fence between either going to a technical school or, going to the field, working I might find a union apprenticeship, be a carpenter.
Yes,
That's what I'm
absolutely.
interested in.
Love it.
Yeah.
Jakey, you're just a sophomore. You have a little bit of time, but you're already starting to think ahead? It's never too soon.
I mean, I'm thinking about it. I don't really know yet. Obviously, I want to get some education after high school, but I don't really know yet. We're still thinking about it.
Okay.
So, Coach, you guys start your season out at United on December 6th. What are you currently doing now in the mat room or in the weight room to get your guys prepared so that they're ready to rock and roll come December 6th?
Our tempo on our drilling, we're doing a lot of live, a lot of long minutes. So we're going with 2.5 minute rounds to get that conditioning up and get them ready for the length of a match. We had a dual meet just the other day in practice, so it was two teams, going at it just like a match.
What's your favorite tournament that you go to? Like the county tournament, section tournament? Which one's your favorite?
Counties is a classic. I mean,
the classic?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really like districts.
Districts?
Going there, that huge school, all these great wrestlers competing. It's great atmosphere.
Talk about how each of you warm up. What's your regimen? What's your superstition? What's in your earbuds? What are you listening to?
You first. You can go first.
Well, I mean, earbud-wise, the music, it's got to be something good.
What is good?
I like rock, so I like to listen to rock, like Alice in Chains gets me pumped up.
Okay.
And then I like to run. I like to get sweaty before, you got to be warm before you go out. And stretching's important. I like to stretch for a good bit and then practice. Get a good practice, get a good tempo.
Great response. I love it. How about you, Jake?
Yeah, same here for the running, getting a little sweaty, keeping warm.
What are you tuned into? You look a little bit more like the Grudge.
I don't really listen to music while I warm up that much.
No? Okay.
Every once in a while, but not really. So.
What is your favorite kind of music?
I mean, I'm a Christian, so I like all Christian music. Christian rap is where it's at.
Christian rap? No, I love Christian rap. I listen to it all the time.
Yeah, yes, sir.
For sure. Go ahead, G.
So who are the leaders this year in the mat room?
Aiden and Jake and Lucas. Big Diesel.
Big D.
You mean Big Diesel?
Yeah.
Okay.
The experience that Aiden has, and just keeping everybody together in line on, just keep everybody motivated. Jake the same way. Diesel just keeps everybody accountable. Like he's not afraid to stop a kid in the hallway and be like, "You got all your stuff. You better be on time."
Yeah.
And just.
Okay. Good deal. Hobbies. What do you guys like to do?
I'm a big music guy. I like to play some music.
Play music?
Yeah.
Will you play it?
Yeah. I play
What?
piano, a little bit of guitar. I can keep a beat on drums, but I don't really play them
It's
that
tough
much.
to do with.
Yeah.
It's like you grow 6 feet,
Yeah.
19 hands, right
Yeah.
on. How about you, Aiden?
Yeah, I like to play music too.
Do you? What do you like to play?
I play the guitar.
Now, do you guys ever try to play together?
We haven't yet, but
No.
We start a band.
We
I mean,
could.
this is the thing.
What are you waiting for?
I already have my own band set up. So.
Oh,
Yeah, they have
okay.
open mic night here on Mondays. They'll do a little bit of practicing before you come here and humiliate me.
Okay.
Yeah. One day.
Called the Jakes from State Farm. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, see, I'll be your manager.
That sounds
Favorite
good.
food, guys? What's your favorite food or meal?
I mean, pizza is where it's at.
Did you like the pizza here?
I haven't tried it, but it's
You'll have
probably
to.
really
It's pretty good, trust me.
Yeah.
How about you, Aiden?
I think my favorite meal is my mom makes shepherd's pie, and that's my
Okay.
favorite. I only get it on my birthday, and it's my favorite.
Mom's
so.
shepherd pie.
Yeah.
That's
You
good
can't
stuff.
go wrong with that.
You guys have
definitely can't go
pets?
wrong with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
What do you have? Go ahead, Jake. You start. Go
I have a
first.
dog. Her name's
Dog. What's his or her name?
Daffodil. Daffy.
Daffy.
Daffodil.
What kind of dog?
Ooh, I think a cockapoo. She's about 15 years old, so she's pretty old.
You guys buddies?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We're close, yeah.
For real? How about it, Aiden?
Well, I got a dog and then 3 cats now. Just got 2 kittens the other day. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Small little farm going on out
Yeah.
there.
A lot of cats.
What kind of dogs?
I got 1 chocolate lab, and I don't even know what breed of cat I have.
Call that a mutt.
Yeah.
Well, the cats.
Oh, the cats. I'm
I don't know
sorry.
what I don't know what cat. I don't even know cat breeds.
Do the cats and dog get along?
Kinda. The one's a total jerk, so. Not really.
The one's a jerk?
Yeah.
Oh,
total.
yeah.
I don't know. Just
All right,
ahead.
good stuff. Hey, that's great stuff from our friends at Ligonier Valley Rams. When we return, we'll have the Yaka Cougars from over at Cougar Mountain returning back here real quick on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Stay here.
At Smale Kia, we know that winning takes hard work, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. By sponsoring Shining Stars, we'll select 2 teams each season to help fund their booster programs. Rewarding their hard work, athletic progress, and community service is an investment we're proud to make. Right now, lease a 2025 Kia Sportage EX all-wheel drive, $299 a month, or lease a 2024 Kia Forte LXS for only $175 a month. Route 30 East Greensburg or smalekia.com.
State Representative Mike Reese was a great advocate for the kids in our community. He felt athletics were a vital tool in raising healthy, happy kids. The Mike Reese Memorial Fund offers grants to local youth athletic organizations so that every kid has a chance to play. Funding is available for new equipment, registration fee offset, facility improvements, and more. Visit MikeReeseMemorialFund.com to apply.
Okay, welcome back, wrestling fans. Jeff here, or as Smitty refers to, Uncle Jeff. Needed to give the man, the myth, the legend a little bit of a break here at Mario's. Marino's Eatery. So we're going to go through the next one. Our guests next are the York Cougars with head coach Larry Hickson. And help me make sure I get it right, Radon Kuroda and Dom Lascotti, yes. So beside me, I had Kaz with me. We're going to go right into it. I got to talk with Coach Hickson a little bit off air before we come on. And Coach, tell us a little bit about the York program, how it's starting to come back, which I'm very grateful that you're rebuilding the program. It fell off a little bit, but it's coming back strong and with a vengeance. So tell us a little bit about that and what's going over there in Cougarland.
Yeah, hey, we got a good thing going on. We got 70 kids at JO level wrestling, 22 at the middle school. High school this year, we got 20 kids rostered. That's up last year. I think we ended the season with like 11 kids on the roster. So we got 20. We're gaining every year. We're really getting pushed by the youth. There's a lot of great guys involved down there, a lot of good coaches, just a ton of kids involved down there. This is my 4th year. 4 years ago we had 2 kids when we started. We were all new 4 years ago. All the kids that wrestled on the wrestling team was their first year pretty much, besides some kids that may have wrestled in JOs because there wasn't middle school for about 6 or 7 years at York. So those kids that wrestled in the youth, they kind of either moved away to wrestle or, started doing other sports. So kids, there was that break in their kind of development. So, now in the 4th year, we've got a pretty strong team. I think we should be maybe only one weight short of a full roster, hopefully, barring any injuries or anything going on. We got a lot of guys like Dom that has a lot of experience, and Raiden, and we also have kids that are going to fill a weight class with their first year. You know what I mean? So we're kind of mixed, but it's a good thing. It's we got a lot of kids involved and a lot of youth wrestling. So great problem to have.
Yeah, that is, and it's really good to hear. I commend you for that, and having guys like Dom and Raiden. Raiden, you're a senior.
Yeah.
Dom, a sophomore. But Dom, you've wrestled since you were 5, I think I heard you say. Is that
yeah,
right?
Since first grade.
Yeah, so you love it.
Yeah.
Right?
Love the sport.
Dom, being a senior, I'm assuming you're the leader on the team. Tell us what that role is like for you.
It's kind of just like showing, like Coach Larry said, we have a bunch of new kids. It's showing them what to do and trying to teach them and let them know, like, just because you're a first year and you don't know what you're doing, like, don't give up, don't quit. I mean, you're going to be beat. Wrestling is the toughest sport, in my opinion, especially where we wrestle. It's just, I really just don't want them to give up. Like, we're coming back. We have a good program now. We're getting better each year, and I just want everybody to stick with it.
Now, the football field, I know you have a bunch of accolades on the football field. I'm a high school football coach, and I love football players that wrestle or wrestlers that play football. And I love asking this question: how does wrestling translate to football, and how does football translate to wrestling? Because to me, there's a lot of similarities that helps you out in both sports. How's that helped you?
From wrestling going to football, I mean, just being aggressive, being in shape, tackling is a big one that I think of. Football to wrestling, just like everybody thinks wrestling is like an individual sport, but you need to help your team and push your team and bond with your team, because in the end, your dual meets, you need them to go further on in the season. There is individuality to it, but just like the team aspect of football, I think pushes me to be a better team role during wrestling.
And I can tell that that's kind of been the mindset at York, because 4 years ago when I interviewed you, it was you, Gavin Roebuck. You guys showed up and you were like, this is it. This is our team.
Yeah.
Me and Gavin, one other wrestler. And to see you guys have built that up to darn near 20 kids in that short a time, that's credit to you guys. And Dom, I'll go to you. You guys wrestled this weekend, Valley, I believe it was. You went 2-2 on the weekend. How did it feel just getting back on the mat competing against somebody that isn't your teammate in the practice room?
It felt great. My stamina was not there, definitely, but my headspace is a lot better than it was last year because I had a lot less anxiety, and it was just overall I felt like I did really good. I felt stronger, and I put on 20 pounds about
I was going to say, looking at the results, you wrestled 114 last year. Now you're up at 145. You hit the weight room a little bit, a couple extra scoops of peanut butter on that PB&J in the morning.
Yeah, let's just say it's mostly muscle.
Hey, that's good. I could lose 20 of muscle. Or not a muscle, 20 of something else.
So do you like wrestling, the new weight class, being up 20 pounds? I mean, you were probably cutting weight hard.
Not really for 145. It was pretty easy. I ate fine at Thanksgiving just like every other year. And
no, from in the past though.
in the past, season, 115, I had to cut like crazy the whole season.
Hard for you,
barely
right?
ate.
So look at the smile on his face. He's happy. He got to enjoy Thanksgiving. He's at a weight class where you like going into practice now.
Yeah.
So, Raiden, with the upcoming season coming along, how, as the senior, have you taken on that leadership role in the room and individually and as a team? What are your goals for this season?
In the room during practice, like I said before, just showing kids like our team what to do, and they come and ask me, and it brings me joy. Like they ask me how to show them a move or demonstrate a move, because that means like they trust me, and I think I'm doing a good job. Team wise, like we almost have a full roster. That's the first time I've been here and we've had one, so we're gonna go out on match day and not lose before we even wrestle, before we give up 7 weight classes, and we wouldn't even have a chance to even win. And then individually, I mean, I haven't wrestled in the postseason, I don't think, at all in my high school career. Last year I got sick during the postseason. The year before that I didn't make it. I want to see how far I can truly go. I've never been able to test myself, and I think I can make a good run.
So this being your senior campaign, what have you done in the off season to start to potentially get to that postseason? What have you changed about your training regimen? And just has it been lifting? Has it been eating? Has it been a combination of all? Talk a little about that.
Yeah, I mean, mostly in the offseason, I was focused on football. I mean, football's always been everything to me. But I've been in the weight room, and then towards the end of the football season, I had to turn into the wrestling gear, so I started eating better, started conditioning more, getting better in shape, get my mind ready for like the mental space of wrestling.
And what weight do you plan to go this year?
215.
All right. And
That's
how about for you, Dom?
Year, right?
Yeah.
145, right?
Mm-hmm. So my biggest thing is that it's not what you do in the room, it's what you do out of the room. And I like to go to clubs a lot outside of the high school practice. Like I go to D1 and Silo Wrestling Club, and they're pretty close to home, so that's really nice. And that's just where I get some different partners and new kids, and there's always a new kid in the room. We're always inviting people to come there, and I've been lifting a lot in the off season as well.
Coach, what's next on the schedule for you guys coming up in the, let's say, before the new year?
We open up with Southmoreland section match on the 11th. You know, we wrestled Friday. We did well as a team. I think we placed 4th out of 9, which is huge for us. I mean, historically, we would have been at the bottom, but like I said, we're getting better. We're gaining momentum. Kids are. We had first-year kids get a win, which we never had before. A kid that maybe he might have 6 practices under his belt. He actually went out and got a win. We got a full schedule, tough schedule. We're not, we'll wrestle whoever. We got our conference, our section's tough, and then we're going to go wrestle Beth Center. We're going to go to Kiski and wrestle. We're going to go wrestle Frazier, Bell Vernon. We got to wrestle tough matches. We can't. We don't want to wrestle easy matches. We want to make these kids work. We want. It's kind of tough. Like Raiden said, we have kids in the room that don't. We're going over stances. And these kids here, they're advanced. So it's kind of tough. But you want to get those kids some matches where they can compete. But you also got to get these guys some matches where they're going to get pushed. So, we got a tough schedule.
Is there anybody on the schedule that you and your team has circled that you're really looking forward to, that you need a revenge match, or not that yet?
I don't think we're not there yet, no. But Southmoreland, that's our rival. We'll say, there's a Yacht guy there now coaching, Terry, great coach. You know what I mean? He took over that program, so we're not at the rival spot yet. We still got some work to do. But I mean, that's our natural border rival. That's always going to be a tough match. You know what I mean? We hope to start competing with that in the next year or two.
Post match after a big win, go-to meal.
Everything.
Yeah, whatever there is, and a lot of it.
Dom?
I'm a big candy guy. I like going straight for the candy. Get money, go to the concession stand. Sour Patch Kids.
What about nerd clusters?
Oh yeah, those are that's my go-to at Rite Aid. I'll say.
I'm all
Good
hopped
man.
up on Mountain Dew.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, how about in school? What's your favorite class or subject that you study in school?
Probably AP Biology. That's probably my favorite. I have a couple friends in there. I enjoy the class. I like learning about it.
So you being a senior, do you have you thought about post-high school plans, or do you have any, or you're not sure yet?
Yeah, I definitely want to go to college. I don't know where I want to go or what sport I want to play between wrestling or football, but I definitely want to go and study physical therapy and health science.
Very good.
Awesome. And that is going to wrap us up with the York Cougars here.
Yep, stick with us. Don't go too far. When you come back, we'll be talking with our friends from Bell Vernon.
At Smale Kia, we know that winning takes hard work, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. By sponsoring Shining Stars, we'll select 2 teams each season to help fund their booster programs. Rewarding their hard work, athletic progress, and community service is an investment we're proud to make. Right now, lease a 2025 Kia Sportage EX all-wheel drive, $299 a month, or lease a 2024 Kia Forte LXS for only $175 a month. Route 30 East Greensburg or smalekia.com.
State Representative Mike Reese was a great advocate for the kids in our community. He felt athletics were a vital tool in raising healthy, happy kids. The Mike Reese Memorial Fund offers grants to local youth athletic organizations so that every kid has a chance to play. Funding is available for new equipment, registration fee offset, facility improvements, and more. Visit MikeReeseMemorialFund.com to apply.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Hi, back here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Joining us are the Bell Vernon and Leopards, Coach Bob Bove, Cole Doppelhauer, and Elijah Brown. Coach, welcome back again this year to our 2024 Westmoreland County Wrestling Kickoff Show, live on the Westmoreland Sports Network and live from Marino's American Eatery. Coach, give us a quick recap on last year's season, some off-season stuff that you were doing, your preseason training, and here we go. It's rock and roll time.
We finished 7-5 last year with the limited roster. But off season, we don't do a whole lot as a team just because we have so many kids that go to club, and we have a lot of football players. So football actually takes up a lot of their time. So the good news is they're getting their lifting and stuff in with football. And then obviously the club kids, Elijah wrestles all year round. They're going different places and seeing some different techniques and different styles, and just a different voice sometimes too, I think helps. But we'll usually bring guys into the room that aren't playing other sports, open mat, usually about 6 weeks out, just to get some rust off and get some conditioning in, and hopefully, don't come in dry to the season, so to speak.
Now, is it tough being a coach at Bell Vernon who historically, specifically with football, they keep all of your guys pretty deep into your season? How do you overcome that challenge?
Yeah, it's a little bit of, you got to worry about injuries, and obviously the last this is the first time in 5 years that we've had the football guys for the start of the season. So, and obviously the last 2 years we weren't getting
That
them
wasn't a
back.
jab, Cole.
No. And last 2 years we didn't get them back until December 12th. So it's nice to have them back. You battle some injuries, so from football they're a little banged up. So it's nice to maybe be healed up and ready to go for that first wrestling action of the year. So we're not happy that they lost. Obviously, football goes far as you can, but we're excited to have the full team from the get-go. Unfortunately, we lose a couple guys that I want to gain weight for football, or I want to do this, and understandable, I guess, because football is probably still the number one there.
Pinnacle, yeah.
Right. So,
how's the roster looking? We have some depth this year.
Yeah, we have 18 guys, and we should be able to fill all weight classes. Eventually, we're going to probably have to wait to
shake and bake some guys.
Yeah, we'll have to wait till the 2-pound growth allowance comes in. We can get some guys to maneuver around a little bit, but we should be able to fill everything. Heavyweight's probably going to be. We have a heavyweight, but it's his second year, and he's a little banged up right now. So I don't know if he'll get cleared before the year's over. So we might have to twist and maneuver, maybe even forfeit heavyweight every once in a while. So.
No more Perry Riggle.
No, he's down at. He's doing well. He's down at UNC Pembroke with a couple of the other.
Is he wrestling there?
Yes, he is.
That's kind of like a little hotbed down there for Bell Vernon.
Yeah, we still have 3 guys down there wrestling. Logan Hoffman, Chad Medicosh, and Perry, and Scotty Joel's actually grad assistant down there this year after being an All-American for them last year. So
awesome, Elijah. I'll go to you. Recent Pitt commit. Congratulations on your commitment to Pitt. Both of you two last year, 2 of my favorite guys to watch selfishly. Elijah, your matches with Braden Welsh last year, back and forth great. Cole, same with you with Ivchik from Bentworth. You guys were back and forth, had some entertaining matches. How does the experience in those big matches help you heading into this season and kind of grooming the younger guys in the room?
It's difficult matches, I don't know. It's nice to get really good competition. It gets you ready for the season, but it's a really big adjustment from middle school to high school. So I think a lot of those younger guys are going to have some difficulty, but hopefully we can help them out.
Who are the leaders in the room? Who's the outspoken leader, and then who's the quiet? I lead by example type leader.
You're looking at the outspoken one and the quiet one.
Really? Cool, you're outspoken.
I like to say that I'm a social butterfly, and so, in the room, I may talk a little bit, and I like to be vocal. Whether it's helping guys, getting people right back on the right track, but I like to be the spoken one.
Football, wrestling, what's it going to be for you, or both, or don't know?
Honestly, I don't know yet. Football and football and wrestling together would be pretty cool. Again, the experience college on both.
And then you also
aspects.
play baseball, though, too, right?
I do, which is also another possibility. But I'm leaning more towards football and wrestling, but I don't know which one yet.
Okay. Want to stay close to home? Go far away?
I'm open to everything. I haven't made a choice on like a major or anything yet, so I don't have a preference.
He'll be at Pembroke.
Hey, it's warm in the winter down there.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
How difficult was it transitioning from football into wrestling for you every year? Just because, like your coach had said, you guys have played so late into the season the past 3 years. And even this year, you were in the postseason, still getting a later start compared to all the other football players in the WPIL that do wrestle. Was that a challenge for you transitioning into wrestling, or did it just become kind of second nature after you did it 1 year?
I think that the conditioning aspect I'm all good on because Coach Humber keeps us pretty conditioned. So I think when it comes to that, we're pretty good. But I think knocking the rust off is a little hard sometimes, because you're getting a late start. Like some of these guys already have 10 matches they've wrestled and I have 0. So I think that's sometimes a little tough. But, conditioning-wise, which is the biggest part, I think we're pretty good on.
Your ability to wrestle and then what you do out on the football field is truly amazing. Do you see a direct correlation between the two sports, one another helping you be as good as you are in the other one?
I think definitely the physicality of football helps me with wrestling. Keeps my mind right. Going out there hitting people, it's just like going out there taking people down, doubling people through their chest. As well as when it comes to football, I think wrestling takedowns help me on defense as much as possible because I'm going for people's legs. So here and there, you might see me blast double someone if I can. So I think that's the best part about it.
Yeah, I can't wait to call one. Don't tease me.
Elijah, 44-5 last year. You're the defending WPIAL champ. Are we going to see you up a weight class this year from 172?
Yeah, I'm thinking about going 215.
215. There you go. Now, what are some of your goals as a team and individually this year? And then, Cole, same to you after.
Making playoffs as a team would be awesome. We haven't made it since I've been up. But, yeah, those extra matches later in the year would definitely be awesome. And then I'm looking to win a state title this year. That's my goal.
How old were you when you started wrestling?
9.
Do you remember your first wrestling match?
I think I cradled him. I think.
Of course
I
you
believe
did. Yeah, of course you did. How about you, Cole? How old were you when you started wrestling?
I want to say I was 5 or 6. I know I was in kindergarten, and I believe it was at a Keystone League match. But I'm not really sure. I think. I don't know the details of it, but I'm pretty sure it was a Keystone match.
Did you win?
I did.
Nice.
I won my very first tournament, too.
Nice. Now talk about your parents. Are they the ones that kind of hide when you're wrestling? Are they there screaming? Or you don't hear a word from them?
I think my dad is the loudest person in the entire place every single time.
Coach, can you attest to that?
I wouldn't say loudest, but
because you're the loudest.
He's visible. Let's just say that.
How about you, Brownie? Your parents, they crazy when you're out there wrestling?
My mom says she has a heart attack every time I step on the mat. And then my dad is always shouting something that, I don't know. He's always standing up and yelling. So
good stuff. Favorite meal?
Chipotle.
A lot of
That's
Chipotle
like the
here
third or
today.
fourth Chipotle.
Yeah,
today.
a lot of Chipotle. How about you? Can't say Chipotle.
Probably pizza then. Pizza or wings. I'm a big fan of Chipotle, but if it comes down to not Chipotle, it's pizza or wings.
We have pizza over there for you.
Burrito or bowl?
Burrito.
I'm a bowl guy.
I'm a bowl guy myself.
Bowl's the way to go.
What are we warming up to down in Bell Vernon? What kind of game?
Dodgeball, and then we play handball a lot too.
You don't play this 3-step or whatever it's called, headbutt?
We've heard that from a bunch of teams already.
Yeah, 3-step and headbutt. No idea what either one of them
I've
are.
never heard of that.
Just
I've never
stick
heard
to
of
the
it either.
dodgeball.
I think dodgeball's pretty fun. We like
You can't go wrong with dodgeball.
Never go wrong with dodgeball.
What competitions are we looking forward to this season? What's coming up? Maybe somebody you have an axe to grind with, and Coach, you can chime in on this as well.
I mean, I think me personally, I'm just anxious to get the year started. Obviously we have quality guys coming back, and we're anxious to see them from the start. But we have a really young team, but a really talented young team. Our junior high team's been pretty good the last couple years. So we're anxious to see how those young kids transition. It's going to be Elijah alluded to it a little bit earlier. It's going to be a bit of a learning curve for these kids. Being a stud junior high kid doesn't necessarily automatically translate into being a stud high school kid.
Sure.
So, just anxious to get them out on the mat and work on the things we need to work on, and hopefully be humming towards the end of the year. So.
Hobbies outside of wrestling, and please, it can be anything.
I don't do much. I normally just hang out with my dog and my family.
What kind of dog? I love dogs.
Golden Doodle.
Golden Doodle? What's his or her name?
Her name's Zoe.
Zoe?
Yeah.
Okay, how about you, Cole?
I'm a big dirt bike guy. I ride a lot of dirt bikes, and then
Does that give you a stroke, Coach?
Yeah, as long as he's not riding in the wintertime, I'm a.
And then I like to hang out with my dogs.
You have dogs too?
Yeah, I have 2 German Shepherds. They're awesome.
Oh, really? You're a German Shepherd guy? What are their names?
Lulu and Cece.
Lulu and Cece. I like it. Favorite subjects in school?
Mine's art. I like my art class with Mr. Fessick. Pretty awesome.
Can you paint and draw, or you just love the class?
I'm not the most artistic person, but I'm in more of like clay and building different things. Art
Sculpting,
class.
molding.
Yeah, we did cardboard structures and stuff. So I'm not great at it, but I think it's my favorite class.
Go ahead, Mark. You look like you had something to say.
Elijah. I'm right with him. That was my favorite class.
Elijah.
I like my engineering class. It's really fun.
What's your least favorite class? Probably be art and engineering flipped.
Am I going to get in trouble for this?
Maybe I would say be careful.
Well, with us you won't.
Earth science.
Who's your teacher?
Mr. Coney Bear. He tricked us the other day. It hurt my feelings.
Oh, did you put it on Facebook?
No.
You shouldn't. How about you, Elijah?
Probably U.S. history. It's just a lot of lectures, not very much like classwork.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, it's interesting, but I wish it wasn't in the form of lectures.
That one hurts a little bit.
Yeah, you are a history teacher. No, I love history, Coach. Don't get me wrong.
What is one hidden gem fact about you guys that most people may not know?
I'm great at Call of Duty.
Been playing the new one?
Yeah, I have.
He's already
Double
they got
XP
their phones
weekend.
out there invite.
I know.
How about you, EB?
I don't know. I don't really do nothing too special. I love building things.
Like what?
I don't know, just like anything. Like I love 3D modeling and like printing stuff.
Is that what you're going to study at Pitt? Something like architecture, some type of stuff like that?
I think mechanical engineering.
Good stuff. Hey, guys, thank you so much. Looking forward to being Matt's side here this season. That's the Bell Vernon Leopards. When we return, we'll have the Trojans of Dairy Area, the Halls that Dan Flickinger built a long, long time ago, right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer.
Merry Christmas.
It's the most wonderful time, oh, the most wonderful time.
I've been young as a long time. I've been within the room with some really good guys in college now, and I'm excited to see them come back and help in some of the camps we're going to be going to.
I've been going to these camps my whole life. I've jumped levels. The stuff I learned there I use every single day.
Our digital partners at WesternPASports.com deliver high-quality action photos for sporting events happening in and around Westmoreland County. Visit WesternPASports.com this winter to view stunning photos of high school basketball and wrestling that makes you feel like you're in the gym. WesternPASports.com also provides full photo coverage of all Westmoreland County Coaches Association events. Share photos from their social media pages on Twitter and Instagram at Western PA Sports.
Along the arc of a woman's life, there are many passages. Growing up, chasing dreams, building a career, embracing wisdom born of experience. There are times that make good health and well-being so vital. We provide care that helps women thrive at any age, at any stage. Independence Health System. Expert care here.
Hi, back here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Jeff Shaw. I am Smitty. We are joined, and I must make a correction, by the Norman Knights. We're having us. We have Eric McGinnis, Gage Mammy, Nick Pushkar, and my favorite new name, Carson Champion of the girls team, joining us. Coach, I'll dive right into it. You were with us last year on this show, so you're familiar with how it works. Give us a rundown, a recap on both the boys and the girls side of last season, some of the off-season training activities that we did, and then where we are today.
So, of course, last year didn't end the way we wanted it to. We always emphasize we never leave a tournament on a loss. So when we went down in the playoffs, it kind of left the very bad taste in our mouth. But the very next day we were back to work, getting ready for the individual season, which I thought we did an excellent job with. We had a state champion in Landon Sidden. Nate Campbell, who's now at the Naval Academy competing, he was a 5th place. And then when we got back up from Hershey, the Monday right after, we were back to work doing freestyle and Greco with our RTC, and we ran all through the summer. A couple guys from our RTC, Elijah was just here, Fargo champion out there, and we just kept on training throughout the summer. We don't have an off season at Norwin. We just continuously go.
And you guys have been together. We talked a little bit off air. Your staff has been together for quite a while. You all come up from Connellsville together. And the thing that's nice, you all have done a very good job as a staff there. This is your 5th year in 4 years. You've been 55 and 18. But what I've found even more impressive, or equally impressive, is that you all in your section play have been 15 and 4. I mean, basically only 1 loss each year in the section, and been right there competing in postseason, both team and individually. So real commendable for what you guys have done as a staff. And then you talk about the RTC. That's great having that at Norwin, and the people you're able to bring in and the additional partners, right? So you touched a little bit about your last season, but what have you done so far this season to change what your disappointments were last year, how it ended?
So we don't really set team goals per se. Our main objective is just getting better, 1% better each day. Every day we come in the room, we just work to get better at. Whatever craft we're working on that day, we perfect it by the end of practice. So we're just developing each day, and then we'll see what the season brings.
So that leads me into the next question. With the rule changes and everything this year, you talk about getting better. Is there something specific that you and your team and your staff are doing to adjust and adapt to the 3-point takedown rule and the 4-point near fall stuff? Have you changed your style of training to adapt and adjust to that, or are you just we like how we're doing things, we're going to line up and say, hey, beat us if you can?
Yeah, so we always emphasize we score 1,000,000 points. Coach Martin, myself, Coach Smiley, we get on these guys at practice every day, score 1,000,000 points. And so with the new rule changes, I think it's going to be great that we can score 1,000,000 points. Go out there and score points. Be up 7-0 real quick.
Let's transition over to Gage. Talk about the excitement for the season and what competitions you're looking forward to here as we get the season going.
Yeah, so as you know, with our schedule, we have a lot of different experiences and opportunities that we can get. So I'm not really looking forward to one thing, because there's a lot of things that you can't look forward to with our with our schedule. But as you know, we're going to California and wrestling there. We're going to Philadelphia this weekend, and
are you excited to travel?
Yeah. So I guess the traveling part, we're excited for that, and just getting able to see new competition and seeing those new kids that you don't exactly wrestle every day.
Enjoy some team building experiences,
exactly.
stuff like that. Nick, how about you?
My favorite tournament is Beast of the East.
Okay.
I just like seeing all the New Jersey boys wrestling down there, and it's just
tough
fun
out in Jersey, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Can't make a left turn, but they can wrestle. Someday you'll understand that.
Yeah, it's just fun to see all the top competition in the country at one place, and it's real good to be there.
Miss Champion, how about you?
Personally, my favorite tournament last year was Powerade.
How'd you do there?
I went, I think 2-2. I could have done better, so that's just improvements that I need to work with myself upon.
Which is the motto at Norwin, get 1% better, right?
But I like the vibes. It's like right after Christmas, I don't know. I just like Powerade.
Right on. Plus you get that 2 pounds.
Yeah.
That's what she likes, huh? Now, talk about the camaraderie, which I know Coach Martin and Coach McGinnis and Coach Smiley, they're very big on camaraderie, family, team. Talk about that dynamic between the boys and the girls team.
Yeah,
so y'all going out to the movies and going bowling or whatever.
No, we're not exactly doing that, but I think the
yes, we're going bowling.
I think the coolest part is that we get to have a room and we get to practice together, and we're all there at the same time, grinding together, getting better. Like what you said, 1% better every day, and we get to do that together as a family. So yes, we are 2 different teams, but we get to practice in the same room, and I think that helps out.
How excited are you for the rule changes, the 3-point takedown, the out-of-bound college rules, and the 4-point near fall?
Yeah, so I think it puts a lot of emphasis to being on your feet and wrestling on your feet, and that's what I have been kind of working on over this off season and starting out at the start of the season. So I'm excited. I really am to see how this plays out.
How it plays out. How about it, Nick? Same for you.
Yeah, same for me. I just like
you
how.
think you'll benefit more from the top position with the near fall points?
Definitely, yeah. The 4 points.
I kind of
is
thought so with
definitely
you
a lot,
too.
Yeah, for sure.
How about it, Carson? Any opinion from you?
I'm pretty excited. I went to Fargo in the summer, so they had similar point changes with like the 4-point. So I'm excited to have some of the freestyle changes in the folk style.
Coach Eric, has that changed any of your coaching strategies?
No.
Some of these rule changes, maybe a little bit more emphasis here on scoring at the edge or how we're defending at the edge?
No, because going back to freestyle, I'm the freestyle director for the state of Pennsylvania. So in our RTC practice, we always practice wrestling on the edge, scoring on the edge. So it's not going to change anything with our mentality, with the way we coach.
So Carson, sophomore, right?
Yeah.
Sophomore, and you had a really good year last year, going, I think, Chris, 30-12 at tough weight class.
That's a lot of matches,
right? Yeah. I'm gonna guess, is your workout partner Josephine?
I usually work out with Octavia.
Okay. So you got to states last year, right?
Yes.
And you went 1-2. Tell us about that experience and how you liked it and what is now motivating you for this season.
Definitely. I liked the states. It was my first year last year, so it was a lot to take in. Just walking into the mat like last year around October and then March coming, I went to states. I felt like really proud what I accomplished that year. But also this year, I feel like I improved a lot from last year around states time. So I'm excited to put that on the mat and just show everyone what I hold.
I like that. That's perfect, because you did well and you were proud and you represented your school, and those are the things that are important, but also a huge motivation to get back there, right? For you guys, Gage, talk a little bit about your competition, what maybe your favorite tournament was last year and what you're looking forward to this year. I know we talked about the Connellsville thing. So you've wrestled the Ruggieri brothers in your career, right, Gage?
Yep.
And is Julian, he's still at
Yep.
Do you have a match that's circle? What kind of guy are you as far as a competitor? Do you go out and approach, I can't wait to see this guy again? Or are you a guy that says, I don't care, I'm going to wrestle whoever's across from me and I'm going to be consistent? Who is Gage when it comes to wrestling?
So honestly, I don't really have like what I said earlier, I don't have a match or a tournament specifically circled on the calendar. But I honestly can't imagine. It's the first one. It's the first match. I always like to take it step by step, day by day, match by match. So I don't want to look ahead to these other teams or these other matches. So I would say right now it's Canamac.
And I can tell that's a learned behavior and philosophy that you're getting from a veteran coaching staff, and that's great. And how about for you?
I'm just taking it one match at a time this year because we're really focused this year to really do well, and I think taking it one match at a time is going to really help.
That's in front of you, right?
Yep. Exactly.
Good. Carson, now the girls will wrestle against Canamac girls on Wednesday too. Coach, and that's a great segue. Thanks for doing that, Jeff. Accidentally, by the way. That's what happens with chemistry when you work together. At least I wasn't doing air quotes the whole time. Coach, talk about Wednesday. It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, so we're kicking off the season Wednesday against Canamac. We're kind of having a triple header. Our middle school will wrestle their middle school, our girls will follow, and then our guys will close it out at 7 o'clock. We're also doing...
It's a bit of a benefit, too.
Yeah, we're also doing... so we at Norman use the acronym SCRAP. So the S in SCRAP stands for service. So we always try to do a service project every year to help out the community. So this year we're doing a toy drive, Toys for Tykes for Pittsburgh. So they'll have their limo outside. So everybody that comes to the match on Wednesday, please bring a toy. We'll pack that limo.
Do we need to wrap it?
You don't need to wrap it.
Okay.
Unless you want to give it to me.
Bring toys on Wednesday.
Bring toys
you're
on
in
Wednesday.
charge of buying a toy from each one of us.
I'll have
Okay.
enough for everyone.
Trust me, some kid will love whatever we get. Go ahead, more.
Yeah. So
S and then
really
quick with the CRAP.
Okay, so our acronym is SCRAP. So we do a service project every year. That's the S. Our C stands for competition. Our R stands for relationships. We try to build relationships in and around the community. Our A stands for academics. Athlete comes before student, or student becomes before athlete. And then P is passion. Have passion in everything you do.
Everything you do. All right, let's one last question down the stretch. Something about you that maybe not a lot of people know.
So I absolutely love 80s music, and I love like doing karaoke with 80s music.
Who's your what's a favorite song?
Easy Lover by Phil Collins.
Oh, whoa.
It's a great one. It's a great one.
Now Miss Champion wants to go dancing with you. Yeah, no kidding. How about it, Puskar?
I don't really have anything that I hide from people, so I don't really know how to answer that one.
Actually, you just did.
You know, so.
Yeah, you just did. How about this? Favorite food or meal?
Favorite food? I love a permane sandwich.
A permanis?
Permane sandwich, yeah.
Which one?
Hot sausage.
All right, I'm with you. Miss Champion, something fun, quirky, off the wall that maybe nobody knows about you.
I like to sing and dance. I'm always in charge of the speaker at practice, so always try to put on a good song, sing along, all that stuff.
Nice. I like to sing and dance when I'm by myself. Hey, that is the Norwin Knights. Thank you so much. We will see you all on Wednesday for a fun day. Don't forget,
bring your toys.
If you're in the area, take a toy on over. There'll be a limousine there. That's kind of a different way to get toys there. But I'm going to bring a toy. Mark, you make sure you bring a toy. When we return, we will have the Derriere Trojans coming up next on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Keep it here.
At Marino's American Eatery, we have one focus: you. Just like home, our dining room brings the whole family to the table with a truly unique menu prepared fresh, in-house. At Marino's, we know beer, with 16 beers constantly rotating on our taps. We take pride in supporting only local, independently owned craft breweries. Come experience Marino's American Eatery in Greensburg, Westmoreland County's local craft beer destination.
Get to Mike Hamlin Hyundai for huge end-of-year savings. Drive the new 2024 Hyundai Elantra SE or Tucson SE all-wheel drive with 1.99% financing for up to 60 months. All vehicles are backed by the Mike Hamlin Advantage oil changes for life.
The Collision Shop by Jason Mignone is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered on both passenger and heavy-duty vehicle repairs, including scratches, scrapes, and dents, free estimates, body repairs, welding, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our all-new alignment and calibration shop has the tooling, equipment, and staffing to ensure top-quality alignment and calibration adjustments for your vehicle. Our friendly office staff is more than happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit the Collision Shop by Jason for our complete list of services.
I've been young as a long time. I've been within the room with some really good guys in college now, and I'm excited to see them come back and help in some of the camps we're going to be going to.
I've been going to these camps my whole life. I've jumped levels. The stuff I learned there I use every single day.
The hybrid operating room, the most advanced surgical environment in medicine. It's a new horizon for minimally invasive endovascular and cardiac surgeries like TAVR, transcatheter aortic valve replacement, and TCAR, transcarotid revascularization for carotid artery disease. The hybrid OR provides unparalleled imaging in the operating room. For patients, that means a shorter procedure, less recovery time, and reduced risk for complications. These capabilities are only part of the equation. They're placed in the hands of some of the most accomplished heart and vascular specialists in the region, whose skill and experience have earned national, regional, and local recognition for clinical excellence. Independence Health System. Expert care here.
All right. Alongside Jeff Shaw, I am Chris Smith. Joining us now are the Dairy Area Trojans head coach Troy Dolan. He has with him Mason Horwat and, of course, Maisie McKeska, the daughter of Coach BJ McKeska, right next to her. Coach, you're pulling double duties down there now. So
I
we're
am, yes.
assisting the boys team,
Yes.
and then you're the head skipper of the girls team. I'm just going to jump down to you really quick since you're already loud and clear and up here.
Up
with
here,
it.
all the way.
Talk about the development of the girls program out at Dairy and where you are with numbers and what it looks like for the future.
Yeah, so it kind of came up just recently. Towards the beginning of October, I actually tore my bicep. And so when the boys are in their practice, and I can't really do much with them because it's a long recovery. So Maisie had been on the team last year. We had a couple girls last year, and I thought this would be a perfect time to start a girls team and get them going because I can show basics and kind of get them started. So we have Maisie as a freshman, Tara Nuttall's a senior, and Jaden Guest is on the team.
She was a member of your
She was
boys
there last
team
year. Yeah, she wrestled in the playoff
Yeah,
match
she's real
against
tough.
Southmoreland.
Right.
So those three wanted a chance at being able to make states, and there's been several girls in the junior high asking me, parents asking me. So I kind of went forward with it, and we got things established. And there's 7 girls that came to practice the other day in the junior high. We have 3 on the senior high, and hopefully this is the start of something that's going to grow.
I think you're definitely in the right area and you have the right people in place to do what you need to do. Coach, let's come back to you, Coach Troy. A recap of last season. You had some success down the stretch there. What that did for your off-season training and preseason training up to this period.
Yeah, I think, a lot of our guys, they pushed a lot harder this offseason than we've seen before. I think, on a team level, getting a little bit further than we did the year before, coming up a little bit short, definitely was a motivator. On the individual side, you had Mason, Brady, Moochie all make it to states. I think they all had higher goals than what they achieved. So seeing those 3, especially this offseason, I know, Moochie and Mason, Brady, they all been just really pushing. So it's been good to see club, freestyle, folk style, just putting a lot of extra work in.
Is the Badger going to be all right for this season, the hips?
Yeah. Good to go.
Okay,
Yep.
Good stuff. Go ahead, Jeff. I know you have some questions.
Oh, no, yeah. So you've had a consistent and a steady improvement since you started this year now on your 4th year, right?
Yep.
Last year you went 11-4 as a team. And if I remember correctly, you went very heavy on the front end of your schedule. Was that by design because you felt you had a strong team to make a good push for the team states, or is it just basically a coincidence?
This is kind of how it fell into. I'd like to say we plan it very methodically, but the scheduling sometimes is a little bit hectic. So we're just trying to get with the teams we can get and kind of whenever they're available, try to go ahead. We have a couple key tournaments we try to, schedule around as well. So that's kind of the big thing. It was Southmoreland, now it's Powerade. We want to make sure we have a good Christmas tournament. We do the Babbitt duels early to get us ready, 5 quick matches right in then to Latrobe. So yeah, we normally come out kind of firing, but we want to make sure we get Babbitt because it's close and it's good. And then also something pretty challenging as well, towards the halfway point like Powerade.
So you've upped your schedule for this year. You talked about Southmoreland last year. Outstanding tournament for all of your wrestlers and for you as a coach last year. You guys finished 4th as a team at Southmoreland. You had, I think, 3 in the finals. You had 2 champions last year.
Yeah.
One was sitting right beside you here in Mason. So you're looking forward to go back to that, but you're also elevating it by putting a little bit stiffer competition this year in your schedule, right?
Yeah, I think it's time now. The guys have been pushing. They've been proving themselves here. So we want to get some tougher competition and see where we're at with some of these bigger schools and bigger competitors.
Rolling that into you, Mason, last year, Southmoreland tournament was outstanding for you. Started the season off great. Went into Southmoreland. I think you had 2 falls, a tech fall, and you rolled right through that tournament. Were a champion. You come back and was county champion on that. You had a very successful year last year. 6th at states.
Yeah.
Tell us about your state experience and what you thought about that as a freshman and what you're doing or have done in this off season to actually get back there, because I'm sure that's one of your goals, right?
Yeah. States was I thought it was fun. I liked the 3-day weigh-in thing, and it wasn't that hard for me to make weight, so it wasn't too bad for that. And then this off season, I just been doing a lot of freestyle and camps and stuff like that.
You think that freestyle is helping you?
Yeah, I used to not like it, but over the off season, I got a lot more into it, and I think it helps me on my feet more.
Helps you control your body.
Yeah,
for sure. And Coach and Jeff had asked, what Never mind. You already answered it. You did a lot of freestyle. Excuse me. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. Do you have a particular tournament or match you're really looking forward to this year?
I'm really looking forward to Powerade just because it's like one of the top tournaments. And
you were at Powerade last year?
No, we weren't there last
because
year.
of the Christmas tournament.
South Florida, yeah.
Right. So, yeah, I think that's going to be a great and huge test for you, and I'm looking forward to what you're going to do there. So, Maisie, tell us a little bit about how you got yourself started in wrestling. I mean, who were your inspirations? I mean, I know one's sitting right beside you, but what pushed you to really go full force with this?
Well, really, my dad was my biggest role model.
Sure.
So whenever Troy first got his room and his club started, my dad was coaching and I just kind of went along with him. And so I think ever since then I just really got into it, and then I really just started to like it.
So you really got to like it. What do you like about wrestling? Is it the people? Is it the sport itself? Is it your team? Tell us some things that you like about it, and then follow it up with, I don't know if I really like that much.
Well, I like the sport itself. I like my partners, a lot of them, and I don't know, I like the coaches and everything. Definitely the conditioning is hard for me as a girl.
It's always been hard. It'll always be hard.
Yeah, it's always been hard, especially with cutting weight. Cutting weight is not fun for me at all because I definitely gain a lot of weight after I weigh in. So, but yeah, I just really like the sport itself and the people that.
How about
go
Mom?
with it.
Does she love it?
No, not really, not at all.
That's why you hang with Dad.
Yeah, it was hard for her to kind of understand that I was really doing this for the school.
Well, I'm sure that the growth and development explosion of all girls wrestling now has made it a lot easier for her. Talk about the dynamics between the boys and the girls team out at Derry. You know, how that camaraderie unfolds.
So last year as an 8th grader, I was on the boys team. I was the only girl, and they really welcomed me into the sport, you know. And as a freshman coming up, wrestling with Taryn Nuttall definitely is helping a lot. But since I have a little bit more experience, I'm helping her a little bit, but also that part's just really nice too. But I definitely get a lot of practice in with the boys as well, so it's really good conditioning and everything for me.
BJ, how special is this for you, being able to go to practice every day with your daughter?
It's awesome. It was something I never really, when I had 3 kids, I have 2 daughters, I have a son. I couldn't wait till my son got old enough to wrestle. I thought I'd be taking him to tournaments and everything.
Is he the baby?
Yeah, he's the baby.
Okay.
Yeah, and then she wanted to start wrestling, and I was like, you could try it. I'm not going to buy you shoes until you go in there and make it a week or 2. But then she started to keep asking to go to practices and then wanting to go to tournaments and stuff. And so it's just awesome. And now my other daughter, Ellie, she's wrestling. Again, she tried it when she was younger. She just came back out, and she's in 7th grade, and she's on the wrestling team. And then my son, Lincoln, he's been wrestling ever since he was 5. So they're kind of
How old is he now?
He is 11.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're kind of going, through that whole thing that we all did whenever we were.
Team together.
Maisie's gonna be on a varsity team.
Okay.
Ellie's on the middle school team, and then Lincoln he has 2 years left of the youth.
Okay.
Coach, question for you now. You know about the rule changes, 3 points, 4 points. Has this changed or altered the way your approach to practices and, what your philosophy or your plan is with the rule changes for your team?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you see that you can get a 3-point takedown and 4-point back, right away, takedown to a Turk is a great move. It always is. But now you're up 7-0. The guy has to fight to get off his back. You're eating up some clock, wearing him down a little bit. So any moves like that where you can go feet to back, especially ones that are not, high risk like a throw, but something like a double or a high crotch to a good finish, we're going to really try to focus on those areas because you get up 7-0. I mean, that's a huge start to a match. A couple more points, you're getting bonus points for the team. So, yeah, we're going to try to be very offensive. Try, once we get our takedown, not to let up, be heavy, try to get the Turk, try to get a claw, whatever we can to, take that from 3 points into 7 quick as possible. So,
Mason, what do you think about it? Are you training specifically for this new style, and do you like it?
Yeah, at first I was like, I didn't know if I liked it because, if I'd be in a match and, get down, I feel like mentally it was harder. But like come back. But like if you're on the offensive side of it and you can open a matchup real easily with it. So I like that.
Mason, who's an idol for you as far as a professional athlete? Who's somebody you look up to? Could be a wrestler or another professional sport.
Probably Jordan Burroughs. Just because he's probably the best American wrestler.
What's your hobby or hobbies?
I go fishing a good bit, and I'd go fishing a lot actually with Anthony Mucci.
Coach Dolan, you made an adjustment at your middle school level. Talk about the addition there. Guys just can't get away from wrestling. One school to the next.
Yeah, we got very fortunate in a bunch of coaching positions this year. We got Coach Boring, who came over from Southmoreland. Hack was great, but Boring's also great, so it's been a great, smooth transition. I know the guys on the team have been really pumped up, said practices have been great this year. He also brought in a couple new guys as well, so Franco and Johnson. They both seem like they're getting along great. They have the shoes on wrestling, so our junior high, we're very fortunate there, and the kids are just, sometimes I'll peek in and they're scrapping, so it's fun to see. We have a really good junior high coming up, and they're a bunch of hardworking kids. And then as far as the varsity side, we brought on Coach Rager as a strength and conditioning coach this year. Very knowledgeable, so we're looking forward to that. And then Bubba Mazzoni, who wrestled at Dairy, wrestled at UPJ, he's back in the room now, which he scraps and rolls with all the guys too, so it's awesome.
Good stuff. Maisie, back down to you. What's your favorite holiday and why?
Christmas, because I
Daddy
like the
gets
music.
you what you want.
yeah. I don't know. I like the music. I like the snow. Just like the vibe of Christmas, really.
How about our pop-up Christmas bar?
Yeah, this is.
I've seen you down there, like kind of just looking at it.
Yeah, this is getting
can
me
they
in
see
the
on camera what we're talking about? Okay.
This is getting me in the spirit for sure, especially
No,
it
for
being
sure.
December 1st. So
Yeah, it's good stuff. That's why we call this like our Christmas, wrestling kickoff show. So we're so excited. Hey, that is our good friends from Dairy area. Best of luck this season. I'm sure we'll be seeing you soon. Matt's side. When we return, we will have the Seton Hill University Griffins right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Keep it locked in.
Hi, my name's Mark, and I am a political science major at Seton Hill University. Initially, I came to Seton Hill for pre-law, but loved my poli-sci classes so much, I made it my focus. Ultimately, my goal is to hold political office and make a positive impact on people's lives. For me, it was the faculty, both in my major and out, that made my Seton Hill experience so incredible.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
What keeps me coming back to Comrades is I know I'm in a good haircut every time I go there. And I know the people are going to be cool there, the vibe's going to be cool, and it's just going to be an overall good experience.
Consistency in haircuts, great atmosphere, everybody's friendly. It's like cheers, everybody knows your name, and it's always a good time.
I always walk in and I'm like, I wonder what the vibe's going to be today. And I'm never disappointed.
Back here on the Westmoreland Sports Network with our second of two university teams here in Westmoreland County, the Seton Hill University Griffins. Joining us is head coach Vince DeAugustine in his second year as the skipper, Kane Kettering and Jacob Braun. Coach, want to say thank you to you and the boys for joining us once again this year. And give us a brief recap on last season, some of the off-season activities, and then your preseason leading up to where we are now.
I think last year was a good experience for us as far as what we had to do as a staff, and I think with the kids getting used to our coaching style and a kind of a new regime coming in. So, but it was I wouldn't say it was successful as far as wins and losses. I mean, we were 6-13, I think, as a team. So, not exactly. I mean, if I said that was a successful year, I'd deserve to be fired for something like that. But individually, I think we wrestled hard at the end of the year when it mattered most. We had 2 national qualifiers, 3 regional place winners. So Kane was a national qualifier for us, which was a great experience for him, as well as Will Burgess, who graduated.
Good stuff. Go ahead, G.
So, Coach, entering into your second season as head coach, you mentioned 6 and I think 11 or 13 last year. Currently now you guys are 5-4, just coming off 2 wins against Fairmont State and St. Vincent in the crosstown rivalry. Hopefully we get that going.
It's the Route 30 Catholic crosstown rivalry.
Or that.
Yeah, either one.
What are you seeing now that the guys are they starting to kind of buy in more, and now it's your second season, starting to kind of buy into your coaching style and kind of your program and how you want to run things?
Yeah, I think it's a big, like for us, it's you want to go in, you want to change a culture, and in order to change a culture, it's not going to happen overnight, right? So we have to have. We can't miss really on recruits, whether it be because of our resources or just because of the culture change. We were fortunate enough to bring in a really good recruiting class. We had 12 freshmen come in that are really high character guys that we're excited about. We have a mid-season transfer coming in January that we're excited about. Really high quality character guys, and that's really what changes our culture. Then those guys buying into what we're doing is secondary. But I think it's all starting to come together. We started off rough. We had a pretty tough schedule. Started off a little difficult, but then we saw a little bit of a flip. Against Fairmont, it was a really good switch for us. We lost, I think, 33-15 last year, won 31-15 this year. So that was a good switch for us and turned that around a little bit. So the guys are starting to buy in, and we're excited about the future.
Coach, you seem to front load the schedule with a good bit of competition to try to get the number of matches up. Is that you and your staff being strategic about dividing the season? Like there's season 1 and season 2.
Yeah, exactly right, Smitty. I think we talked about this the other night. It's just a matter of so for us, we want to make sure we're peaking at the right time. So for us, we kind of split this into 2 seasons. One is, the postseason for us in season 1 would be Midwest, which is coming up in 2 weeks, which is a really tough tournament. It took me by surprise a little bit last year at the amount of competition. I think every Division II school in the country was there, and it was really, really difficult. So our goal is to make sure we're peaking for that, and then we kind of get that little Christmas break and then start back over and make sure we're peaking for the national tournament in March. So yeah, it was just there's a little strategy behind it, but when we also front loaded with some Division I programs that help us along the way get better and better.
Coach, I want to ask, what's kind of your philosophy or your approach to the season? I know you said you split it up and the first half and the second half, but even your approach, how you're managing your athletes. I know there's some coaches that they stay on the grind from start to finish. There's other coaches that kind of know and understand how to read their athletes and say, hey, maybe Braun needs a day or 2 off. Sure. I'm just picking up on that vibe. Or, it's like, hey, maybe I need to push Kane a little bit harder. Like, how are you kind of identifying that, now in your second season, coaching at the collegiate level? I mean, you've been coaching for years. Right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think load management's huge in college, and I think that's something that's important. We kind of, at the end of, or at the last couple of weeks, we kind of we had some injuries. We had some guys banged up where normally you try to push them through. Now we have the ability, we're kind of deep in some of those weights where we have the ability to hold guys back, get them fresh, get them ready to go. So load management's really big, but also identifying whether it's like, hey, those guys need a break because they're actually hurt, or whether they need a break because, maybe they're not getting used to college like they should be, or they're having academic problems, or they're having mental issues that we need to address. Any of those issues we have to be on and make sure that we're identifying them so that we can get the help they need, whether that's in the room or outside the room. But also, and then obviously if you're being soft and you need to just push through it. So there's all those different things that we have to evaluate as a staff, and I think we're doing a good job. And it's just one-on-one conversations and relationships that we have with these guys that are important too.
Guys, both of you came from competitive high school programs and transitioning into college wrestling. Talk about how that transition is and wrestling under the coaching staff that you are currently under.
I think coming from a good high school program, I think the biggest thing, looking at it differently, is in high school you can kind of focus on yourself more. And as long as you're improving, you're doing good. In college, you need to be trying to be a good partner every day too, and helping yourself get better and your teammates improve, or nothing will work right.
I couldn't have scripted that any better. That was well said. Go ahead, Mr. Braun.
Yeah, I mean, like, Latrobe was very competitive. Like, he tried to emulate high school practices as if it was a college practice. And, I mean, sometimes that was true, but, like, even now, it's like, it was definitely a step up going from the high school level to college.
What's your favorite part about wrestling at Seton Hill University?
I mean, I like being close to home, and I like the family aspect that our team has. I feel like from the beginning, I was just brought in, and everyone treated me immediately as if they'd known me for years.
What are you studying, Jake?
Biology pre-med.
What do you want to do with that? Go be a doctor?
Yeah, I don't really know what I want to specialize in yet, but yeah, the first 4 years I want to.
Are you part of the LECOM program there?
Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff. Kane, how about you?
I
Something you
mean,
love about the wrestling program?
I would agree with him there. I don't think there's a better group of guys on the planet, honestly, that I'm a part of. I love every kid on the team, and I think we have a really good brotherhood between each other.
And what are you studying?
I am in exercise science, pre-DPT, so probably go to physical therapy school afterwards.
Good stuff. Got a couple of smart ones there, Coach. Yeah. Smarter than us, anyway.
No doubt. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, man, what do we do? All right.
Go ahead, G.
So can you both kind of talk about, and mainly you, Jake, since you're a freshman, talk about what that transition's like, right? I mean, in college, you're now responsible for kind of getting yourself up in the morning, get into your classes. I mean, both of you are both studying pretty serious areas of studies and majors. So talk about what's that, if it's a struggle or just that transition from balancing your classes, your workouts, practice. I mean, pretty soon, at least for you, Kane, being a junior, you're going to have to start doing some job shadowing or, internships and stuff like that. How is that process for you guys, and how are you handling it?
Well, I mean, it was definitely the first couple weeks were a little hard to, get back to, I don't know, transitioning, but, once I got into the groove, it got a little easier. I think it was just important to, not let myself slack off, I guess, and just, kind of give myself a schedule, when am I going to focus on education, when am I going to focus on wrestling, and then just kind of separating the two.
I think it can be really, really intimidating, because you're trying to really get your school done for, the next step of your life, at the same time trying to improve yourself as a student and a wrestler. But I also think it's really refreshing, because you kind of have that chance to go off on your own and figure out what works best for you and kind of set yourself up for, the next month, the next year.
What are some of the team building activities that the Griffins do? Something away from the room, having fun.
We love wiffle ball. We're always out on Sullivan Lawn, 9-inning games all spring.
Oh, wow, really?
I've witnessed that before.
Oh, yeah. Right outside your office.
They sound pretty competitive.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, then we like to play dodgeball a lot before practice.
Is that I was going to ask, is that your pre-practice warm-up game?
Yeah, when we're not focused, when we're having fun, yeah.
Yeah, right on.
That's rarely. We have a bad dodgeball room, so I don't like to play it too much. It's just a big open room.
A lot of windows.
So windows and those pillars. People hide behind them. Balls go off the mat. It's not a good dodgeball situation. So it's not that I'm trying to be grumpy. I just don't like to play it as much.
Starting a fundraiser for a better dodgeball room.
There you go.
Yeah.
This guy here.
Go ahead.
So Kane, can you talk about, you won regional champ last year, national qualifier, currently ranked, I think, top 15 now. This year, it's almost like, what's it like kind of having that target on your back, And then you got a taste of what it's like to wrestle at the national tournament. How are you, putting the work in the off season, or what's your approach now to wrestling? Is it different now that you got that taste? You won that first title. The best thing to do is you got to do it again, right? You got to get back to the big dance. So what are you doing now?
differently?
I don't think that the approach is any different, but I think the mindset changes a lot. You know, a lot more. You have to have a lot more confidence, and once you've been there before and you can do it, it's like I've been there. I can train to that level again, and I can see myself competing there again and winning. So I don't really change anything much of the way I'm doing it. But when I go in every day at practice, I have to have that mindset of wanting to improve and wanting to get to the next level, because I was there, and it was, you know, left a sour taste in your mouth when you don't get the goal you get. And if I go out there again in AA, that's my next goal. And I just have to keep my mindset clear and focus on the goal that I want to reach, and hopefully that can drive me in the right direction.
Vinny D, some good news coming from the Hill, a new facility in the near future. Talk a bit about what that's going to look like for you, what that'll do for the overall development of the Griffin Wrestling program.
Yeah, it's going to be really, just seeing the renderings of it, it's really, really quite impressive. 2 full-size mats, our own cardio area, our own locker room, which is great. The facility in general is really nice too. I think it's a $30 million facility, so it's something that's that's really nice, and it's going to do a lot for us when recruiting. We have we have 3 commits, 2025 graduate commits, and we have a 26 coming. So they're looking forward to seeing that new building and be able to get in there and kind of have our own little home. We're kind of stuck in 131 right now, where it's nice to kind of be there. The facility is big, but to be up on the hill is going to be something special.
For sure. That is the Seton Hill University Griffins. If you want to catch these guys in action, how about this Friday when Kutztown visits the McKenna Center, I believe for a 7 p.m. first whistle. You can catch it all right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. When we return, last but not least, the Mount Pleasant Area Vikings coming up on the 2024 Westmoreland County Wrestling Kickoff Show right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Thank you. The Manor Valley Golf Course in Export is proud to announce the opening of their new banquet facility. It's perfect for sports banquets, Christmas parties, and weddings. This new facility can hold up to 180 people, so if you have an event coming up, Manor Valley Golf Course can host it. Golfers, they specialize in league play, fundraising outings, and have great membership rates. Give them a call at 724-744-4242 or online at manorvalleygc.com.
Quest School of Wrestling has been producing champions on the mat and in life since 2001. Come meet Coach Jim Akerley and see why Quest becomes family for your wrestler. They've produced many successful championship wrestlers by teaching student athletes about dedication, discipline, and competition, which ultimately makes them better people. Call 412-352-3727 or QuestSchoolOfWrestling.com. Quest School of Wrestling, with facilities open all year round in Washington, PA.
At Marino's American Eatery, we have one focus: you. Just like home, our dining room brings the whole family to the table with a truly unique menu prepared fresh in-house. At Marino's, we know beer, with 16 beers constantly rotating on our taps. We take pride in supporting only local, independently owned craft breweries. Come experience Marino's American Eatery in Greensburg, Westmoreland County's local craft beer destination.
Back here to Marino's American Eatery and our pop-up Christmas bar. Joining us now live is the Mount Pleasant Area Vikings, and we're joined by Giovanni Sanders, the recently appointed head coach over there. Coach, talk about that experience, the transition into your new role. Very exciting stuff.
Yeah, well, I want to first saying thank you for inviting us here and being here. That's awesome. Transition's been very interesting. Just a few months I've been playing arena football, and then I got the call to come help out these kids. So the transition's been very interesting, but I'm excited for the season and help these kids out as much as possible.
Tristan, talk a little bit about that transition, having a new coach, and then of course we'll go to Stephen for the same question.
Well, it's a
It's a challenge for some people. You got to get used to the new practices because every coach runs it differently. Besides that, I'm very excited to have him as our new head coach, and I'm looking forward to the season.
How about you, Steven?
It's
New
been-
coach, new era.
It's been pretty easy, the transition. The practice is a little bit harder, but we're thankful for having a new coach.
Noticing an improvement in the environment in the room with the attitude?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Okay, good stuff. Go ahead, Marky.
So Giovanni, did you always know at some point you were going to get back into coaching? I mean, you were wrestling, football, it's kind of those two sports kind of took you everywhere the past 5 to 6 years, so to speak. But at the end of the day, did you always know at some point you were going to get back in to wrestling as a coach?
I think I've always known I'd help out in some aspect or some way. And I'm the oldest of 9 siblings, so I've been coaching my little brothers my whole life. So I knew in some way, shape, or form I was going to help out. This is the opportunity I've been blessed with. So
Nice. Talk a little bit about you were playing some arena football.
Correct.
Talk about that.
Yeah, man, it was a great experience. We traveled, all around United States. We were in California, Arizona. I was based in San Antonio, Texas. It was a great experience. A little different from outdoor. It's an 8-on-8 in an arena, hockey arena. So very different experience, but very
a lot
blessed.
faster when it's
way
indoors.
faster. Yes.
Yes. When you're indoors. Guys, talk about some competitions coming up here before the end of the new year, and even some that may happen in 2025 that you're really excited about, or maybe some individuals that you have an axe to grind with.
I'm looking forward to the county tournament and the holiday classic. Those ones are always fun and good competition there. And then always postseason you have to look forward to.
Steven?
I'm looking forward to probably counties. Hopefully I can win again.
Yeah, you could be a 4-timer.
Yeah.
Right?
I want to win again.
Hasn't happened in a while.
Yeah, and then definitely Whippeals, regionals, and states.
Other sports that you guys play?
Football.
Both of you play football. What
Yeah.
positions?
I started at inside linebacker, and I was a running back.
I've been moved around on defense. I was safety at the start of the year. Then they moved me to outside linebacker, and on offense, I was a running back.
Now, do you see benefits from both sports, wrestling and football, that assist you on the other one's playing surface?
Yeah.
Wrestling helps with tackling and football a lot.
Yeah, and
Okay.
football gets you in that mindset of aggression before the wrestling season comes, so it's always nice to have that mindset going into the season.
Giovanni, you support, you want to go play football, but you also want to have some of those football players coming into your room that, maybe they're not interested in a college wrestling career, but the benefits of how it can help them with their football career.
Yes, 100%. I've been playing football and wrestling my whole life. We just talked about that. So I think they complement each other, and I embrace that, and I encourage our kids to do that as well. Correct.
So moving forward into the season, what are some of the goals for you as a team, and then for you guys individually and as a team?
I think I really have one goal for the season, and that's to get better throughout the season. We have a young team, and I'm excited to see how they're going to compete and what they can bring to the table. So I think the one goal this year is just to improve each and every match, each and every tournament, and each and every practice. That's all I'm asking from these kids.
And then for you guys individually and as a team, goals you've set?
Individually, I've set to place at counties. Last year was disappointing, but this year I'm feeling good. Place higher at tournaments I've already placed at, and then obviously the main goal is make it to Hershey. So,
What's our plans after school? And when we're done with high school, do we want to go on to college and wrestle, trade school, get into the workforce?
yeah, college, I'm going into a teaching degree and definitely wrestle at college.
Do you know where you're going yet?
Not yet, no.
You want to stay close to home?
Approximately.
Yeah.
I can be flexible about that.
Sure. Okay. How about you, Pradana?
I want to win counties again. I want to win Whippeals, and then place the states.
You looking to continue your education and wrestling career after?
Yeah.
Because you're only a sophomore. You have a
Yeah.
little bit of time to think
Yeah.
about it.
I
But
don't
trust
know.
me, it goes a lot faster than you think, buddy.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I want to do after. I want to go to college, but I don't know what for. Or
What's your favorite subjects in school?
lunch or algebra. I like math this year for some reason.
You're a big math guy?
Yeah, I like math.
Okay.
Government's been fun. Math is pretty good this year, and then gym.
Okay. Pre-match warm-ups. What are we doing? what's on our earbuds? What superstitions or OCD, steps up to our match do you guys both have?
I listen to mainly Metallica, a little bit of rock.
Who?
Metallica.
Oh, I thought. Okay, I know who they are.
And
I thought you said somebody else. Okay.
And obviously get warm. Try to stay consistent with the warm up, and that's mainly it.
So no matter if you're wrestling somebody, you're going to put it on, or it's going to be a grind, you warm up exactly the same.
Yeah, like football, anyone can win. So you gotta be prepared for the worst. So.
Steven, what do you like to listen to?
I don't really listen to music that much.
No.
I just put my headgear on, and I like to get very sweaty and hot right before my match, be really warmed up.
How about hobbies? Yeah, remember, up loud and clear.
Yeah, right.
Hobbies outside of wrestling and school. What do you like to do?
During the summer, I like to fish a lot, but right now I'd probably just be playing.
Stream, lake, river.
Anything really. I like ponds and rivers a lot.
So more bass fishing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or trout. I like trout. Stream fishing.
Okay. How about you, Tristan?
I like fishing. I'm hunting right now, rifle, and I like camping as well. I love outdoor stuff.
I got a doe last night.
I got one yesterday too.
Did you? Congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks.
Right.
You too.
You make your deer jerky. I'll make mine. We'll meet at the county tournament. See who has the better deer jerky.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Coach Giovanni, you're the judge for this deer jerky competition.
Okay.
He's like, I don't eat deer.
You scared me for a second. Competition for what?
Go ahead, Marky.
So last year, both of you as freshmen, you guys combined for over 60 wins last year as freshmen last year. What did you guys do in the offseason, and what are you doing now to improve on that number and place higher than what you did last year once it was all said and done?
Trying to stay consistent, going to clubs like Wallers, wrestle at different tournaments, individual duels, just try to keep your skills improving or at least consistent throughout the year.
During the summer, I was doing football a lot, but I went to a couple wrestling practices. And then right now, I'm going to try to get in the best shape I can because of the 3-point takedown. And I really want to capitalize on the 3-point takedown.
That's been a big topic tonight. Naturally, the 3-point takedown, the college out of bounds, 4-point near fall. So, Coach, does that change? Now, I know this is your first year back into coaching high school, but does that change your mindset of how initially you may have coached compared to how you are now, just maybe emphasizing more on your feet on top because of the scoring?
Yeah, I think 100%. 3-point takedown is a big change, and it definitely changed my perspective because if you can take a kid down 3 times, you're open up the score, 9-3. You open it up, so
you're almost at a major at that point.
Yeah, so honestly, the first 3 weeks of practice, on our feet for 3 weeks straight, we didn't work top or bottom, gave out the game plan, but we want to score as many points on our feet. If you can score on your feet, you're going to be hard to be beaten. So I think our kids are doing a great job of that, and they embraced, my philosophy, and I'm excited to see what they do.
Will you guys be doing some work on the mat or maybe from feet to back work as well, because now you have the 4-point near fall?
Yes.
So if, if we're working
everything
for Turks on that way down after the takedown, you could be up 7-0 really fast, and then obviously from top, working on some turns, things like that, continuing to work that stuff.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Now, with your upcoming schedule coming up, what is, let's say, on the forecast before the new year? I know county tournaments after, but what's coming up for you guys?
We have we wrestle Wednesday,
McGuffey,
and then we also wrestle the Southmoreland Classic, as they mentioned. We have a few other meets, individual meets, but that's what we have coming up.
How did you guys do last year at the Southmoreland Christmas Classic?
I got 5th.
I believe I got 8th.
So that goes to show you how tough that tournament can be.
Yeah.
My man wins a county title and takes 5th at the Southmoreland Christmas Classic. So the level of competition at that tournament has really increased. I think that's about all I have for the Mount Pleasant area Vikings. Do you have anything else?
One last one.
Yeah, go for it. Something fun.
After a big win, go-to meal. What do you eat? Anything you want. Weight's not an issue.
I love Taco Bell.
I got Taco Bells tonight.
If you're going to say that, I need to know the order.
I get like 3 cheesy gordita crunches, and then I get them cinnamon balls with like cream inside. They're so good.
You ever get the cheesy fiesta potatoes?
No, I haven't got
Give
that.
them a try.
I might.
How about you?
Olive Garden chicken Alfredo with breadsticks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There you go.
I've not heard Olive Garden all evening long. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Do you guys have any pets?
I have a beagle. He's around, I believe, 8 or 9 years old, and he's been great.
What's his name?
Buster.
Is he your boy?
Yeah.
Nice. How about you, Perdina?
I got 2 meat cows and 2 dogs, a pit bull and a
2 beef cattle?
Yeah.
Meat cows.
Yeah, I don't.
Are
like
they
them.
yours?
Yeah, they're
to be
mine.
on your table or?
Yeah, we don't name them. We just eat them.
Yeah, I like buying my cow too.
Yeah.
I buy it from Coach Mears.
Yeah.
Coach over at Latrobe. A lot cheaper that way too. So, you good?
All good here.
All right, that's our good friends with the Mount Pleasant area Vikings. I'm sure we'll be mat side with you guys again this season. Best of luck. When we return, we'll have closing remarks with your crew here from the WSN live from Marino's American Eatery in Greensburg. Stay tuned.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, the most wonderful time, oh, the most wonderful time.
It may be small, but it can bear over 4,000 times its own weight. And that's just the door hinge. Sturdy design, all the way down to the smallest detail. The Taos. Hop in. It's a VW.
For a great deal on a new 2024 Volkswagen Taos, visit Sendell VW in Greensburg. SendellVW.com.
The Hybrid Operating Room, the most advanced surgical environment in medicine. It's a new horizon for minimally invasive endovascular and cardiac surgeries. The Hybrid OR provides unparalleled imaging in the operating room. For patients, that means a shorter procedure, less recovery time, and reduced risk for complications. Independence Health System. Expert care here.
I feel like it's definitely very important, like for high school, because a lot of kids, get peer pressured into drinking and doing drugs. So like doing the events like in a school setting, I feel like definitely like try to prevent kids from like going to like parties and drinking and driving and doing drugs and being peer pressured.
We just want to, talk about the dangers of the substance abuse in our community, and we want to help be a part of stopping that.
Back here on the Westmoreland Sports Network, a couple more shots with our man Ken Reeby. You can go visit his website at westernpasports.com. Again, Ken Reeby, westernpasports.com, does a magnificent job. Ken, thank you so much.
Thanks, Ken.
You can go through tonight, go to his website. He was taking pictures with each segment and a lot of other fun pictures because, trust me, we had a lot of fun with everybody that was here this evening. Guys, go ahead and take a moment and your thoughts and remarks on another great Westmoreland County Wrestling Kickoff show. G, you're up.
Yeah, in years past, talking to majority of the coaches throughout Westmoreland County and some of the athletes, it was great to kind of hear about, what they did to make improvements with themselves and with their teams.